Johnny, get your gun, get your gun, get your gun. Take it on the run, on the run, on the run. Hear them calling you and me, every son of liberty. Hurry right away, no delay, go today. Make your daddy glad to have...
Hello, and welcome to the channel. Today we're at the range. We're going to be testing out our 70-grain Speer Semi-Spitzer Soft Points. We're going to be testing at 1 to 400 yards. Let's begin. Let's go take a look. Alright, let's look for our 70 grain Speer Soft Point. Hit really low. Don't see any damage on the bottom. So it's got to be in here. Take a look at the top just in case it tried running out. Back. Missing, so must be an adjuster. And here is our lead. Gel on there, but excellent expansion. All right, we're now at the 200. Let's go take a look. Let's take a look at this water. So, first one's down the middle. Looks like it might have impacted a little high. Some jugs also toast. Oh, it's coming in low. Looks like we went through our ballistics gel. Let's see if there's any holes in the back. shell's a little messed up, so it's hard to see where it actually impacted. Stuff up to find it, so we're going to cut the video and then we'll post a picture when we do. Alright, we're now set up at 300 yards. Take a look. We're now set at 400 yards. Let's go take a look. Missed our gel completely, but the bottom of the shell. Looks like it went into our gel. Almost zero expansion from our Speer soft point. Zero mushrooming, but mostly intact round. So it's another successful test completed. Got the 70 grain Speer Semi-Spitzer Soft Points here. You can see the 1 to 400 yard expansion results. Just a quick caveat before we get into this. These rounds are traveling at a pretty low velocity. We had these loaded on IMR 4895. We're getting about 2584 at the muzzle. That's with an 18-inch barrel. If you used a much faster burning powder, you'd probably easily get these going over 2700, especially if you're using like a longer barrel. If you had like a 22 or a 24-inch barrel on like a bolt gun, you'd probably see higher velocities, and you might get more expansion at the 400, similar to what we had at the 300. But if I was going to be using these for hunting, I would, with the current configuration that we've got them in, I wouldn't be using them past 300. Now at the 100, you can see the lead core fully separated from the copper jacket. The copper jacket, we found that with most of our sort of fragmenting rounds, it came apart in the first or second jug, and then the lead core would be several jugs deeper. So you probably don't want to use this on any sort of game that's got a thicker hide that you really need to penetrate, or thicker, muscle.
Be fine for coyotes.
Yeah, it'd be great for coyotes. At the 200, we suspect that the round actually stayed together at that range because this is the only round that we really managed to capture in our crude homemade gel. At 300, again, it just tore itself to shreds. And then at 400, there's pretty much zero deformation. We got to expect that's because of the low velocity. And at that point, it's just shed enough, speed that it doesn't have enough power to even disintegrate. All right, so we're looking at our graphs here, and of course on the left we have expansion, on the right we have weight. Expansion, for these fragmenting rounds, we measure the copper jacket to the widest point, but the expansion that we get from these is really not a good measure of the effect that you get on an animal, because that copper jacket's not going to penetrate very far. Again, like with most fragmenting rounds, the expansion and the weight retention is sort of all over the place. It's not very consistent like you get with a bonded round. And you can see a pretty high standard deviation for both expansion and weight. Again, the velocity is very low on this round, but this round compared to some other premium options within the 224 range has a fairly low ballistic coefficient. So, it's a great varmint round, great for coyotes. But I have, seen some people on forums online talk about using them for deer, and this just would not be my first choice if I was going to be hunting deer in a state that I could use a 223.
Yeah, and other people might get better results if they change the powder. We're using 4895, Varget or CFE 223 might crank up the velocity enough to see better expansion at the further ranges.
Even then, though, with a fragmenting round like this, expansion is really just, it tearing itself to shreds. So, these rounds are really affordable. I think I paid like $23 for 100 of them. But if I was going to be hunting deer, I'd definitely pick something like, a selection from maybe Nosler. Well, that concludes the test. As always, thanks for watching. Feel free to like, share, and subscribe if you enjoy the content and are interested in seeing more of it.
Thanks.